Welcome to Two Guys.
A girl,
and an MBA.
AI successfully applied to become an art student at a university in Vienna. And AI will attend classes, receive critics, and get grades alongside human students. So, what do you think about pros and cons? So, you as students, and nearby you, the AI, like a computer view something, like your peers?
Yeah, I was gonna think of something funny to say, but my question is why? That's
I have some suggestion why. Maybe it's not true because I don't dive into this topic like seriously why this university choose this experiment and why. But I think why about art. It's easy to teach machine learning, AI, brain, neurons, something about some data. But art, you need to be to learn and be a part of student. And I wonder, maybe it's like an experiment when you put the AI and the same classes and teach them and grow them like a human brain to become an artist,
It's interesting is that
painter,
it,
something. So that's new neural links in AI brain. The same, this young student came to the Vienna, become an art student. He doesn't know nothing, he or she
yeah,
knows something, but still, and in 4 years, it's become a professional. And
yeah.
the same with AI. You cannot teach AI create, but maybe if you start from the beginning, at the end of the program, AI will be like a real one, art, someone, substance. Maybe this way an experiment. I see like they try to teach AI to become an art and cover art. Oh my God, art dealers and everything. So I can imagine that engineers jobs in a risk, but maybe after this experiment, art person those jobs will be in the risk because AI will paint and it will be wow, and you cannot understand where is the human art, where is the AI art. Maybe this is like this way an experiment, just to grow the AI artist.
are you sure it's AI or not A1?
Oh my, you need to provide some context about
Well,
A1.
it's funny you bring up AI because last week, I don't know if she made a gaffe. The Department of Education head, Linda McMahon, was at a conference speaking to a bunch of people, celebrating the success of
Clearly
uh,
with steak.
A-
A1 steak sauce.
And she was celebrating the success of a school, and she said that she's really proud because they're teaching A1 to the students, and she goes on to talk about A1, and I'm like,
Uh,
what is she talking about?
I think it's
That she,
misspelling. Maybe she doesn't understand the
well, you
why
could
it's AI and
but
not.
it's on your docket. You're reading it, and you see like maybe your glasses, and you see this other thing there. It's not A1. You got to know you're talking about AI.
It's
So I
one
don't
in this when you have it's Rome,
Roman numerals.
Roman
Yeah,
numerals.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah. So
like
yeah.
looks like the
So
same as I.
and as you're reading the sentence, you're saying, and it looks like a normal Roman numeral. You're saying, well, oh yeah, A1 taught at grade 4 is amazing. We got to use A1 all the time. Like at a certain point, you got to go, what am I talking about here? I mean, what is A1? A1, it's steak sauce? I was very concerned about that from the education secretary. We'll see.
I
Yes.
guess speaking to Elena's point about the AI that went to school, the A1 that went to school, it,
Yes.
it actually makes sense when you think about it because AIs need a training set. And so university could be the training set for more complex things that are still like the domain of humans, like, sculpting or like very uh, kind of visuospatial things that require all kinds of whatever neural networks or whatever that the AI is kind of not caught up to. Yeah, I thought it was interesting. It's named Flynn, the AI
Hmm.
that's going there,
It's
and
her.
oh,
It's
it's a
her.
her.
They
Oh,
Okay,
it's a her
okay.
now.
her.
Sorry,
It's
sorry,
her. Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Correct
It's
Like
pronouns.
Flynn. The name Flynn.
Yeah.
But in the article, in the some even little like video, this is her, and this is the face of women,
Oh, a
woman.
woman. Okay. And
Yeah,
I
but
guess she went through a standard application process that included a portfolio submission audit, interview, and suitability test. And the administration said there's nothing that prevents an artificial intelligence from going to school here. So I think it's a little bit questionable at a time, it might not be a great look at a time when a lot of people can't afford their student loans, and student loan relief of their debt is a big political topic for the schools to be subsidizing machines to be learning, but
Well, how fair is it that your economics professor is now a student with you in the economics 101 class? Like, so how does that make sense? Like an AI is going to sit in classrooms. It's like, it just like you said, it's kind of an insult not only to the economics of education, but isn't it an insult to education as a whole? And the need for young people to go in and get tested and learn, and now they're competing with artificial intelligence that could teach the class. How far away are we from that happening? Like teaching the class AI?
yeah, yeah.
I know you're really close to your AI. I don't know if you've named it and genderized it, but it's we're not far from like why even bother having a prof? Just like let AI just go out there and source like the 10 thought leaders on fiscal policy and you teach it.
But
Okay.
it's already happened. It's
It
happened with,
is.
for instance, with some language learning app.
Yeah.
Mm.
A lot of advertisements like, hey, do you want to learn French, for instance? Please train with me. I am AI and I will correct your mistake. I will give you some homework. I will explain your grammar, correct your pronunciation. It already exists. And for some basic level, yes. But if you're talking about art, I think it's harder. It's just not like a read from the Wikipedia and that's all. You can do it by yourself. But art, for instance, is harder. It's harder than mathematics or biology, anything. This is
It's
like
more
science.
complex.
Like,
It's emotional. It comes
yeah,
from
it's
human
emotional.
experience.
That's why I think they started to start this AI for this kind of knowledge. For students, I think it also can be something interesting, unusual. I can imagine, okay, we have this ALMA program. Each mod we have a new team. And once I got AI in my team, lucky me, I will happy to have this teammate. No late, homework in time, uh, wonderful perspective and knowledge. She can correct our project description.
I know that Yosef, you're a big fan of Taylor Swift, and we're speaking about art. We're speaking about art right now. How long are we from AI having a number one song? Like, like why has it not happened already?
It probably did.
Yeah, this already happened.
If we could circle back to the school issue, I think what I was trying to say was, okay, here's from the National Endowment for Arts, okay, or arts.gov. Among all public high schools, 88% offered at least one arts course. That means 12% of public high schools in America don't offer any arts instruction, and 12% offered only one of four arts disciplines, I guess, whatever, visual, music, whatever the different disciplines. 28% offered two disciplines, and 31 offered three arts. So, and 17% offered four. So you see, it's a lot of like a sizable percentage of schools in America are not offering art to even the kids, not forget the college level. This is high schools. And you know, I'm just wondering, is that a great look? Is that what's great for human society? Do we need robot artists? Shouldn't we be funding some of these human artists that want to get by, or at least funding some of these high schools that have no arts programs? Because I think everyone would agree that 88% is too low. We want it to be 100% because arts. I come from an arts background, and it might not provide the ROI or the real world whatever return on investment and skills, but it does, especially. I think everyone should be exposed to arts at a young age. And you know this because rich people, when they're looking, I do too, when you're looking at a school, what do you look at too? Do they have arts and music program and dance and theater? Because I want that for my kid. Of course you do. Everybody wants that for their kid because it's good. You know that it rounds them as an individual, even if it doesn't have the direct effect. It's it has all these ancillary benefits to it, to the development of their spirit and even other skills, Photoshop and video editing and so forth, that I learned doing music. Now apply in our business podcast and in the real. So, you know, yeah, that's my beef with the AI. Arts student. I think we should be putting the resources toward humans first, and then AIs.
In the 1950s, the CIA had this thing called the Congress for Cultural Freedom. It's documented. It's not
Okay.
made up. So
Mhm.
the Congress for Cultural Freedom, where they used American abstract expressionists. You know, the art that's like splashes of paint and crap all over the place. They funded that from like Jackson Pollock and a whole bunch of things. But why they did that was to combat Russia and the communism and the beauty in their art, right? So they tried to create this new form of American art, and they funded this type of art, and it actually became a huge movement, right? That type of abstract art, because they didn't want, you know, and you know that the Europeans, you know, from France to Russia to whatever, Ukraine, whoever, they have a beautiful, real artwork, and that they felt that that was a threat, and kind of ties in with what you're saying. Like, how come we don't do that? Because that's the essence of like this creative and this lateral thinking that people get when they study music or art, and they get very creative and they think differently. They question things. They know what beauty is, and then it's there. The CIA decided we can't have that, right? And here's a white paint like a thing, and it has a dot, and we call that art. How far is AI away from doing that? Pretty close, right? It's not a big deal.
I think it's a future. Definitely, it will be not only Vienna University and art student as AI. It could be. Let's see how it's. But talking about art at school, it's all about imagination. You definitely need this imagination in business, definitely in to imagine different solution. Okay, China, it's not a option. Let's switch to the other direction. This is what you do when you paint something and you're thinking, oh, I can cover this black or white or pink. This is like a skill. A skill that's help you in your some real life, boring, real gray life.
In every field, I mean, creativity is the bedrock and the source for innovation.
It's a skill, yeah,
Right? Yeah. And you know, what I heard a quote, I forgot who, but without innovation and marketing, you don't have anything else. I think it's Tony Robbins. You know, you don't have accounting, you don't have the economics without marketing and innovation. If people don't know about it, and if it's not something new, something different, you will get outcompeted. And what's at the source of that, the base of that, is really creativity. That's human ingenuity from the Industrial Revolution till now, from the steam engine to the airplane to the, you know, whatever, the internet and AI and beyond. It all comes from the human imagination, like you're saying, Elena, and the human creativity. And like, we should reinvest in that. That's my point. That's a
Okay,
good note.
Basta!
That's
let's
a good
break for
note.
lunch.
Please consider subscribing below.
Thank you for being with us. Please leave your comments, feedback, what you think about us, and see you in the next podcast. Bye.